This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
For years, several government quarters have continued to debate the legality of gambling. While the debate continued, people continued to gamble. The attraction from the beautifully decorated neon lights, the excitement, and even the five-star hotels where gambling activities occur kept gamblers wanting more and more. Although to some, it looks like pastime activities, to others, it has been a destructive activity that has led to addiction. Also, gambling has led to the accumulation of debts for families. This notwithstanding, gambling has led to an increase in crime rates. Finally, the manipulations present in these casinos are a negative factor on their own. Therefore, this paper intends to argue that gambling should not be legalized under any circumstance. First, gambling leads to an addiction as strong as drugs. Although many people tend to believe that gambling is just part-time and that one could spend a day gambling without any harm, experience has proved otherwise. People have become addicted to gambling, hence spending more time in gambling casinos than doing other constructive jobs. These people become so addicted to the extent that they look for any opportunity to enter a casino. This is problematic because it leads to less working time and, hence, less productivity. Sadly, the reduced productivity comes hand in hand with increased expenditure as more money is pumped into the casino. Therefore, legalizing gambling creates devastated, less productive individuals. Second, gambling leads to the accumulation of debts. As mentioned in the above paragraph, most gamblers spend time gambling, which reduces their productivity while increasing their expenditure. Given the addiction, one would rather borrow from a friend to go and gamble than stay home when he has no money. This borrowing leads to the amassing of debts. Studies have shown that a seasoned and addicted gambler has an average debt of $80,000. With such great amounts of debt, taking care of one's family becomes difficult. Eventually, some of these families break up due to the inability to carry out one's obligations as a father or mother. Gambling leads to an increase in crimes. Compulsive gamblers look for every reason to gamble, whether they have money or not. After too much accumulated debt from borrowing, a gambler might find it difficult to get money from friends. Given that he cannot control himself from gambling, he might opt to use other means of getting cash to spend in the casinos. This is how crimes begin to escalate in a given region. This is very true because the odds of winning in a casino are as low as 1 to 54 million. This is as good as non-existent. It has also been proved that very few people can afford to lose in a casino. This larger group of people that cannot afford to lose is the one that opts to indulge in crime so that they can make some money to go back to the casino with the hope that they would have a chance of getting back their money. Statistics from the Atlantic City of New Jersey pointed out that the development of casinos in the region witnessed a 467% increase in crime within a short span of 9 years. Gambling also strains the government's budget. As mentioned earlier, gambling is as addictive as any drug. Equally, a person can be salvaged from this destruction through rehabilitation. The government, hence, loses a lot of money trying to rehabilitate addicted gamblers. The strategies to increase security cost money. Therefore, the government is forced to spend a lot of money to mitigate the crime caused by gambling. Furthermore, gambling lowers the reputation of the city in question due to the associated crimes. This means that tourists fear coming to the city, fearing the likely consequences and for their safety. With this, the city loses a lot of money that the tourists would have brought in. Finally, gambling diverts money that could promote other business activities. A great percentage of the city's money goes straight to gamblers and owners of the casinos, while other business people get peanuts in return. A comparative analysis of the contribution of casinos and other businesses to the state's economy shows that casinos contribute peanuts while demanding more from the government. This means that casinos are a liability to the city or state in question. In conclusion, it is necessary for policymakers to make gambling illegal. This is a result of the associated damages and negative contributions not only to the individuals but also to the state. For instance, gambling will lead to increased rates of crime, as witnessed in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Gambling will also lead to a strain on the government budget. The government is forced to spend a lot of money on controlling crime and rehabilitating addicted gamblers. Finally, gambling leads to addiction and debts, hence the devastation of the family institution. Given these arguments, I believe that gambling should not be legalized under any circumstance. If you want to find more works like this essay on gambling should be illegal, head over to ivypanda.com. It has a collection of samples with thousands of submissions covering virtually all academic subjects.